racist. If you support Trump, you're automatically a racist. Black people can openly talk about how much they hate white people, but if a white person says they hate a black person, they're automatically racist and are probably going to get the cops called on them. If a white man gets shot by the cops, he deserved it. He was a drug user, he was a rapist, etc. If a black person gets shot by a cop, it's discrimination. That cop should lose his job and go to jail.
There are many more things she said, but I need enough time to debunk this black woman.
Where do y'all be coming up with some of these, narratives? Let's address some of this.
And I hope everything you're saying is going to be valid.
Here's the definition of conservative. When we look at it in the context of America, obviously if you're upholding traditional America ideas, that includes racism and racist ideology.
Maybe if you did a little research, you wouldn't have said this because you obviously don't know what you're talking about. During Jim Crow, the racist ones were the Democrats, not the conservatives. So when conservatives talk about traditional values, racism is not a part of it. But continue.
You said that black people can talk about how much they hate white people, but if white people say anything about black people, they're deemed racist. However, when black people say they don't like white people, it's coming from a place of trauma, really, in our experiences, not only in our modern day, but generational trauma that comes along with that.
Number one, we do not go through any type of trauma today, and generational trauma doesn't exist. It has been debunked multiple times.
While when white people say that they dislike people of color, especially black people, it's usually unprovoked and comes from some kind of false narrative or stereotype.
If it's not racist when black people do it, it shouldn't be racist when white people do it. And to be honest, we fit some of the stereotypes that we don't like. And to be honest, white people just think stereotypes is funny. Not just white people. Everybody thinks stereotypes is funny, man. And sometimes they are. If you get mad over stereotypes, that sounds like a you problem. Because stereotypes are funny to me no matter what they are. Asian, white, black, it doesn't matter.
When anyone is unjustly killed by an officer, it is not okay, no matter what color you
Exactly.
are. But the reason we put emphasis on black people who are shot by the police is because it happens at a higher rate, despite us being a smaller population. That's a racial disparity, and we're trying to bring light to it.
Yeah, she's right about that. Or is she? Man, looks like you're wrong. Oh, that was 2018 and 2019 and 2020. Even just last year. I don't know what to say. But continue.
I don't know who said if you don't support BLM, you hate every other race
Every
but
black
your
person on the
own,
planet?
but I've never heard anybody say that.
I'm going to say what you black people always say to white people. Just because you don't see it or hear that it happens, doesn't mean it doesn't.
You brought up bad childhoods and oppression and how only black people can experience oppression according to us. However, when we're talking about oppression, we're talking about systemic oppression.
Well, now we know that the black community does not care about other people getting abused by their parents.